Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I wanted to update you guys. I actually purchased more BFT today. So BFT, Foley Transamine Acquisition Corp, also known as PaySafe. So they're currently going through a merger with PaySafe. I'll explain a little bit about PaySafe today. I'm going to tell you why I decided to buy the shares. I found a letter regarding the CEO's study of consumer behavior and his predictions, and also show you who I think PaySafe should be partnering with and who they should target as business partners and clients. And I'm also going to tell you about what I think PaySafe will be able to do in the future. So we're looking at future projections and transactions and how they're going to run these through. So for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Miguel. I'm a retail investor in London, and I look for the biggest, baddest, juiciest stocks. We're talking about 20x, 30x, 50x, baby. Because I want to make money and I want to be in this for the long run. So I can see big potential here with BFT. I've doubled down on the amount of shares that I've got. Today when it dropped, I took it as an opportunity and I bought on that red dip, baby. Also guys, if you'd like to support my channel, you can donate directly to me. There's a PayPal link in the description box below. But if you're unable to donate, I completely understand. Just you liking and subscribing to this video is enough donation for me. I really appreciate you guys. So with no further ado, let's get into it, baby. One of the best things about BFT is Mr. Bill Foley, aka Mr. Big Willie, man. Even at 75, the guy is relentless. He's successful, he's a deal maker. If you look at his history, you can see he's been involved in over 100 acquisitions and many spin-offs. So it's just him and 6 others. He's got a team of these 6 managers and they're all financial wizards. And what they do is they go into companies and they find ways to save money and they find ways to create more wealth within a company. Here you can see he excels at setting targets and actually overachieving those targets. So with all the companies here on the left, as you can see, he sets forecast savings of 200 million, saves 225, 150 million, saves 312 million. The guy is just a saving machine. He knows how businesses run and he can see where he can cut costs and also increase value within businesses. The guy is a genius. So Bill Foley actually specializes in financial services, and I think he's going to take BFT to the moon. So here on the right is Philip Mayhew. He is the CEO of PaySafe. And he has basically released this article on the 28th of December saying what happens next, 10 payment trends in 2021. So in this article, he's discussing COVID and how it's had a crazy impact on us all. But there's some good reasons why we should be excited and optimistic for the future. So Philip said it's an exciting time for the payments industry, and these are his top 10 predictions and trends in payments for 2021. Okay, so number 1. So the first thing they did was they created a report called Lost in Transaction. And in this report, they were talking about how COVID has impacted businesses and how consumer behavior has changed. So their report found that 76% of businesses found customers are using different payment methods during the pandemic. So there's a lot more digital wallets being used. And because of COVID-19, we had so many people making their first purchase on e-commerce. Customers were now shopping regularly with businesses that they don't feel comfortable sharing their financial details with. So 18% of their consumers were also saying that it's the first time they've ever shopped online, and 38% of these consumers plan to shop online regularly after the pandemic. So number 2, this was really interesting here. Payments became a tool to track spending. So this indicates a key shift in consumer behavior. This is potential for PaySafe to make more money. So businesses already said that consumers were paying differently and they need to manage their spending more accurately. We saw the rise of so many digital banks, financial services, loads of different wealth management apps, and trackers for spending became a daily tool. So consumers actually became more conscious about prepaid services to prevent them from overspending because money is tight in a pandemic. So in the last recent years, we've been seeing this boom a lot, we've seen this across the world, and we can now issue payments using biometric authentication. So strong customer authentication apps now use biometric authentication. So when we're talking about biometric payment, we're talking about your mobile device and how we can use our fingerprints and other parts of our body in order to pay. And I'm not talking about down there, no. With biometric authentication, we can also unlock our phones using our face, but we can also make transactions with facial recognition. I've seen this happen also not only in payments, but also when you're purchasing stocks and shares. There are some phones and some apps in which you can use your face to actually make the transaction and buy your shares, as well as unlock different apps on your phone. So there are many different ways you can make payments through banking apps linked to your thumbprint. You can also pay for bus, trains from your mobile device in London. You just need to tap your thumb. So Philip was saying that there's going to be a huge increase in the use of biometrics to verify payments, With the growth of m-commerce that we have seen before and during COVID-19, it seems likely that this will accelerate beyond predictions made at the initial SCA deadline in 2019. He then came out and said that there was a study done by Juniper Research, which said that there's going to be around about 18 billion transactions in 2021, and the value is going to exceed $210 billion. He also spoke about the demand for real-time payments and how it's going to grow by 50% between 2019 and 2021. So between 2020 and 2025, there's going to be a compounded annual growth rate of 29%. And apparently this has been created by the pandemic, creating an environment for immediate finances for survival. So they need immediate injection of cash, immediate payments needed so they can survive and use and utilize their finances. So 5G, what is the importance of 5G in securing sales? So here we can see lots of businesses, almost half, so 46%, have said that they actually lost sales in 2020, and this was due to their checkout times being too slow. Have you ever been on a website where you're trying to check out and it's just loading and loading, refreshing? Sometimes the payment double pays through, or it doesn't go through, or it's just continuing to load. Yeah, a lot of businesses have gone through that. And also 53% of consumers surveyed believe that Amazon's Go style, that frictionless checkout, is the future of online retail. So according to user experience, this is what they really enjoyed. And to have that kind of seamless 5G technology to make sure you have a smooth transaction makes users and customers purchase easier, and they're more inclined to come back and purchase because it's so easy. Subscription. Yes, these services were demanded by customers. So according to their survey, around about 18% of stores, they rolled out a new subscription model. So in terms of demand, around about 27% of customers said they would increase their subscriptions, and this was as high as 37% between the ages of 18 and 34s. We've seen this also happen over the pandemic with Pret-a-Manger. Do you know that? Pret-a-Manger. They recently done this with a coffee subscription. So first of all, Pret will get you introduced. So they'll give you like a free month. You can see here you get your first free month. And then after that, you'll be paying £20 a month for your coffee subscription. But that means you can get all your coffees, teas, frappes, hot chocolates for only £20 a month. So you could just get unlimited, baby. I think it's up to 5 times a day actually. Yeah, 5 times a day. So a lot of companies are shifting to services and subscriptions because they realize it creates a reoccurring revenue stream. It's much better than trying to sell, hardware and then that's one off and you've got no other stream of income. It's better that you give them a taste of service and you continue to provide a good service, and then you've got a paying customer for a whole lifetime. Imagine how much that's worth to your business, where they'll continue to buy from you for a lifetime. Number 7, cryptocurrency. So paying with crypto has gone mainstream. You can see a lot of people are buying up cryptocurrency. Loads of companies are now buying Bitcoin, as well as the banks. Everybody's making it surge at the moment. And these guys have said that tech giants such as Facebook and Libra have suffered setbacks, and they've been at it for years. They basically want to enable payments using cryptocurrency on their sites. So Philip seems to think that, 2021 may be the year that cryptocurrency actually breaks through. And he said that if you look at the way that some of the operators have moved, some of the biggest payments technology operators are enabling customers to pay using cryptocurrencies in 2021, and they see it as a priority, potentially paving the way for fast growth in this area. We can also see they started to use AI machine learning to try and prevent frauds. Banks are forking out big money, so you can see $217 billion already. And the AI system and machine learning based systems will be the set standards for investigating fraud and preventing frauds. This one I really like as well, to have to kind of gamify your business. So 9 is businesses are going to turn to having digital loyalty apps as well as payments. So say for example you've got the McDonald's app, so you can keep ordering and then you get McDonald's coins, and then when you get to a certain amount of coins you can get a free McFlurry, a free apple pie. Boom. You got them in, baby. You can keep people coming back to your business, you can reward them, and you can gamify your business. You can offer rewards, discount vouchers, points, cards, and other loyalty schemes to create a greater relationship with your customers. And last but not least, we can see here further growth of digital peer-to-peer payments. So they're saying that a lot of people are now sending, family and friends cash, and they are predicting that in the US, more than 50% of customers actively use peer-to-peer apps to send money to their family and friends. And cash is currently on the decline. And then the final point that they're making here is that physical remittance stores are being closed at points during 2020. So we're going to see a massive shift into digital remittance, and these methods are going to significantly increase. Moving forward, I think they should actually target that. So we done a little bit of research. So we got into this and we saw that, the global remittance market, we wanted to see what the opportunity is there. and what it's previously worth, what it's currently worth now, and what the forecast is in the future. So in 2018, this Business Wire report stated that it was worth $682.6 billion, and it's projected to grow to $930.4 billion by 2026. This is a compounded annual growth rate of 3.9%. So banks were the first ones who really controlled the remittance industry. And then as we can see more digital innovation, banks are rapidly adopting this. So they're working towards digitalized cross-border money transfer services. So I think PaySafe should get into this ASAP. And surprise, surprise, I'm going to show you a man who is both in Philippine boxing and Philippine politics. So he's a senator and he's a national boxing hero of the Philippines.
That is that. What an amazing knockout shot. That is the most spectacular.
This guy has decided to create his own cryptocurrency called PacPay. And this new fintech venture PacPay is basically, I believe, targeting both peer-to-peer payments but also the remittance industry. And we can see how big the market size was, and I'll show you how lucrative it can be just for this one country. So what he's done is he's created his crypto coin where you can digitally spend this crypto coin. You can withdraw at ATMs all across the world. It's all seamless. You can buy, sell and pay with these digital assets at millions of merchant outlets in countries all around the world. You can also swap it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of the mainstream cryptocurrencies. Not only that, but you can refer people on and get paid, as well as accumulate loyalty points and redeem rewards like having, celebrity merchandise and signed autographs. You can also digital send, so you can send digital assets across the globe using the recipient's mobile number. Now, this man here is a smart man and he's targeting the Filipino remittance industry. So I looked at the Philippine Statistics Authority and I wanted to see the number of overseas workers. So OFWs is overseas Filipino workers, estimated 2.2 million. During a time period of April to September 2019, they sent a total of 211.9 billion pesos, right? And if we double this up, just say for 10 months, for example, across a year, say they send about 400 billion Philippine pesos. We can see here that 400 billion Philippine pesos is about $8.3 billion. That's how much they worked and sent their money back home. So I think by creating, digital wallets and the ability for these people to actually send these kind of currencies across the world, PaySafe could be able to take a little bit of that and get some more revenue in by accessing the remittance market. And as they said, while they expect, international remittance markets to slightly shrink because they're going to close physical stores, they're expecting digital remittance methods are going to significantly increase. So this could be huge for them if they target the audience that goes to Western Union and they go to the banks to send money home to their families. So these kinds of companies are the companies they need to get involved with. I'm going to show you why. So this is an innovative, disruptive company called Look After My Bills. So they went on Dragon's Den. They're a UK company and they have disrupted the energy industry. So we've been paying too much for gas and electricity bills in this country for way too long. So they created an algorithmic kind of saving option for you to get lower bills. And every single year it switches you to the cheapest bills that you can get and it locks you into the contract for 1 year. Not only that, but the algorithm will then search for the new best deal and it will lock you into a contract on the next year. You don't have to move a finger, you don't have to do a thing. And it's so good that over 500,000 members have joined. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I could see that they partnered with an energy company called npower. npower supplies gas and electricity bills for your home or business. And these guys right here are the latest innovative company to come onto the market using an algorithm in order to make sure you get the lowest bills possible. So they've got 500,000 members there that are currently always paying monthly. So if they get in there with energy companies, they can get a consistent flow of income by running these transactions. One of the biggest problems I saw is actually that Look After My Bills company has a partnership with People's Energy and they brokered a deal with customers to have some of the cheapest energy possible. Unfortunately, customers' details have been leaked and they got stolen. So although the financial data was not hacked, all of their names, phone numbers, had been hacked. So if PaySafe can guarantee that they have a payment system that is very safe for the customer, keeps their normal details and financial details safe, they could also squeeze in there with these kinds of providers. Now in terms of BFT, I actually had 25 shares. I bought another 26 shares today. I had these at an average of $13.50, but now my average is slightly higher. I'm very bullish on this company and I'm starting to buy more shares when I can, whenever I see there's more dip days. I think this company could, 10x in the future. So long as they have different revenue streams and they actually access markets where people need their service. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment only. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit me with a like. Please click subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Drop me some comments. How much shares do you have in this company? What do you think of it? Mr. Investor over and out, baby.